frequent weekly recap of what I've been up to and how my days have been going. Also rank the day, how it's been too, not just today, but meaning the whole week. I will say last Friday, I only did a very quick live because I myself slipped my mind from being stuck in my New York trip. So it's been pretty chaotic, I will say. Hello. I'm gonna wait until a few more people show up and start about my day and the week because last live, hi Audrey, last live, it was so hectic that the live was very short and I don't think anyone joined last live, if I'm not mistaken. Hello. I don't know if you can hear the computer. Let me know if it's too loud or not. I'm doing well. I'm gonna head to bed soon. Enough so I have enough energy for tomorrow, what I have ahead of me. Yes, I remember you. If anything, I can get started now. So I'm gonna tell you guys how it was on Saturday. Because I'm actually behind by 2 weeks, actually, of letting you guys know. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. So, the last Saturday that I didn't end up, mentioning before, it was Valentine's Day, right? So, Valentine's Day, I didn't do anything with somebody. The only thing I did do was go somewhere, which was so crazy. Not crazy, but amazing and so cool. Hello, thank you for subscribing. And I went to, if you've seen my long form videos, I went to Palm Tree Music Festival, West Palm Beach, which was amazing. I loved it so much. I had a great time there. I was able to see live Calvin Harris and also Kygo. They're more in the EDM industry, more tech. A lot of people know Calvin Harris is a lot more. That's kind of what boosted and made diverse of knowing EDM. So I went to that. It was so amazing, phenomenal. I wore a beautiful outfit. I loved it so much. I loved it so much. And it was till 11, I believe, or 10. Yeah, 11 till it started. I mean, till it ended. It was so nice. But to be smart, we left 30 minutes before it ended because if traffic happened and everything else, we wanted to get out there very smoothly. I went with my cousin. She had to go do her thing the next day, which was drive back home, a lot of hours. But yeah. And then Sunday I went to go support my friends who did a half marathon and marathon. I didn't sign myself up this go around. I think about 3 years now since I've even knew what it was about, that marathon itself. And I just didn't want to come out of pocket myself. I wanted my dad to buy my ticket, but it already is pricey enough. Not that it's too crazy of a price, because you do have its benefits with the freebies, with the brands that are promoting out there, and you're literally basically getting free things. So it was I was happy that I was there to support. Wasn't the plan how I anticipated, which was making it on time, because my mom's car ended up having malfunctions during that period of the time. So I was carless now, especially more because I do borrow my mom's car at times. And when I went out there to go support, I took an Uber. I had to take an Uber. And afterwards, it was traffic. Even the Ubers couldn't even pick me up. So thankfully, I had an aunt who was out there who was not too far, but she drove where I was at the beach for that run. That's crazy. This whole time I wasn't yawning, but now I'm yawning. No, I haven't ran a marathon. I've only ran 10 miles, a 10 miler. No half marathon just yet. So I know the tickets are pretty pricey already now. It starts at 40, I believe, for the ticket itself for that race. So we'll see. I may just sign up for this one actually. Again, I know that one. So that's what happened Sunday of the 15th, because I'm behind 2 weeks of updating. So that was that. They were surprised that I showed up. I was keeping it a surprise. I wanted it to be a surprise to support my friends out there. One of my friends, she had to go quickly because her parents don't let her like leave that quick. Hello. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I wanted a good picture with all three of them. It ended up just being two of the friends that I have there. And they were done. Like, they're already done for. Especially my friend who did the marathon. It was only one person who did the marathon. So cool. And Monday, I went to go workout glutes later on that night. I believe that was a Monday. I took a shower there too, because my gym does have a shower. It felt refreshing as heck. Like, oh my gosh. Packing my clothes, because I knew I was gonna sweat, and I knew by the time I was gonna go home, it's gonna be late already. I packed my gym bag with my pajamas, took a shower, brought the soap and everything, and it felt refreshing. And then when I got home, I was like, oh, this felt good. And that was that. And then that day, I hit 4.76k subscribers that day. That was amazing. On Monday, 16th. There's no school for anybody. So that day was kind of like a lazy day. I didn't use it enough as I should have. Tuesday, I don't think I was able to use the car. But I think I did a little bit of arm myself at home. Then Tuesday, I back school. I had a test, I believe, that day, so I finished that already. Wednesday, we did this collab for school. So the collab was with yoga. It was with Student Life that we have. They're normally the ones who do the events. So I did that. We also had our run that day. Okay, we had a run that day. It was at Markham Park. Pretty chill. There was this guy though who joined us, and let me tell you, why did he think like he was running it? I think because he was such a runner, as quote unquote he said himself. I think he just had a lot of ego when he came to the run with us, and me, I was already feeling the sense of him correcting me. But the third time him correcting me, I was like, dude, in my head I'm like, chill out. Basically what happened is he was new to the run club, and I tell him he kind of wants to know the basis, like, oh, which route do you guys take, which that. I'm like, yeah, we'll show you. You'll see once like we start getting in, like get it going to the like doing the run itself. No, this man, I don't even know. It was just enough to the point where I wasn't letting it deteriorate like my energy. I was like, you do you, boo. You signed the contract waiver. If you get injured, that's not on me. You already signed it. I'm good. I'm clear. As the president itself. So, when we had my parents... No, we're talking about a person. We're talking about someone who ran. So, the person, for warm-up, he tries to do it with us. This dynamic stretch, warm-up stretch. And I'm saying... I'm naming it a different name, because what I've seen online before, people who describe an exercise, or let's say a stretch, there's different names to it. So I named like 2 different names for a certain exercise. The first set of 2 and 3. And he wants to correct me, which is no problem. The correctness, like, I understand. Now the way he was saying it was like, oh, you mean this. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to teach the class, mister? That's how I was feeling. In my head, right? Because I do have to say professional. Now, thank you, I appreciate that. And he signed the waiver that day. Well, he's technically now a part of the club. But beforehand, he was not a part of the club. And so then... This is like my little gossip. This is so funny. Like, I don't... Like, it's like drama, but it's not really drama. Anyways, just an interaction, I'll say. So then... after he says it the second time, I think the person next to me, he started noticing a little bit. A few other people too. But then after the third time, I think I called them, I don't remember exactly, it's somewhere in my notes, but along the lines where I named it, like, I don't remember, like kick legs, something like that, which people are known or prone to know that it's Frankenstein's, right? So he says that, and me myself, I'm like, oh, all right, Frankenstein's, guys, everybody do Frankenstein's. So I said it in that tone, in that way, meaning, yes, I already knew I was getting annoyed myself, but saying it more of like the, oh yes, Frankenstein's. And then I look at the audience. I was like, not audience, I'm saying audience, but at my members. I'm like, let's do Frankenstein's, everybody, in that tone. And so the friend of mine, he noticed, and then he kind of like laughed a little bit. So whatever. So I left it there, blah blah blah, and then he really doesn't say anything. Then I break it down for the runners of like who's faster pace, who wants to do faster. Mind you, this was the Friday before. Sorry, this is not Wednesday. This is Friday before. This is Friday when I did live, like later on that night. And I don't think I shared it. Yes. It was crazy, literally. And so then, that was like one thing I forgot to mention. Basically, he was a fast pacer. He was a runner. He's been running for some time now. And so then afterwards, let's see. Oh, my friend's parents. Yeah, they do. They do, because like, trust me. Oh my gosh. I have some opinions on that too. Okay, so then after that, few of my members, they had the marathon coming, so obviously they weren't gonna go like crazy to do this run. So we kind of stayed behind. There's a few people who like ran faster, have a quicker pace, and obviously he was there with them. Now, once that happened, he kind of led the group itself. Again, there's not really much of a problem to do that, but in the way he did it, like the girl who I asked if she can pace them, the people who are in the front, she was. And the thing is, she was also participating in the half marathon the next day. So when I noticed on my Strava that I use to run, I see that this pace is like 6 something, like 6:50 or 6:30. I'm like, this is too fast for one. I'm thinking of my member who's gonna participate in a half marathon tomorrow, the 2 days before we had the run. And then some other new guy, he goes fast, which is okay. I think what was really the issue or problem with me, like how I was feeling, was more of the fact that like they didn't know the route just yet. Until they started doing the second mile, I would have been okay. I would have been fine with them like going on their own, because again, everyone's at a different level with running. That would be fine. But him being so new, yes, you may have gone to the park before, like this park specifically, but the route we specifically do, and if you do get like, I don't know, what's that word I had in my head? Cranked up? I don't even know, but basically hurt or injured, that's on you, fool, because you signed a waiver. It's not on us. It's a part of our college of the waiver. But anyways, yeah. And then I noticed the girl who was, hello, Lee, if you're here. So I noticed the girl who was doing the pacing for them. I noticed she was already getting tight herself, but I'm like, listen, like don't let that stress you. Like literally, like just let him be. And I literally said it. I did not care. I cared, but I cared. I said he signed the waiver, so we're good. And at the end of the day, and then after that, you may think that's harsh, but it's really not, because the way he was already acting while he was there, it's to the point where you just felt like either his ego or just rudeness. But yeah, and then after that run was the Strawberries and Nutella day. But that was that day. Now Wednesday we had a run. A few people showed up actually. A new person showed up that day, and it was pretty fun. That one, again, nothing too crazy. That day was just 1.5 miles for the girls. And that day I actually had my cycle, so I wasn't feeling the greatest. I felt kind of heavy that day, so I'm like, I'm just going to push as much as I can. I could push harder because when I did my track season in high school, oh, no matter, you have to like push through. So that was that night, that afternoon. That day, the early afternoon, we collabed with Student Life. They had yoga. They had acai bowl. Now this acai was so melted, so melted. And afterwards, I still ate it though. They had extra banana and they had peanut butter. I love peanut butter, so banana peanut butter, so good. We did a little bit of the yoga. It was because it was so hot and the yoga mats were on the grass that not a lot of people wanted to like stay on it, you know? Which is understandable. And then Thursday, I packed my bags for my trip. And what I mean by this is this is like the latest I've packed before. I normally pack a lot of advance. I was literally telling my friend who I was visiting, I'm gonna pack like 3 weeks before the day it comes because I know how I am and I want specific clothes to bring for the trip. But yes, let's see. Does Run Club only do specific routes? They don't have running lanes or tracks like they do in New York. So here for my Run Club, we do have specific routes at the park. Now we don't really use tracks, but today I did try a park that did have a track for free. No like school related track, just like a track itself, a park. And it was actually nice. And I actually literally was like reminiscing like me being on a track because that's the first time me ever stepping foot on a track since high school, since I did like my sports outside. So it was like a oh my gosh feeling like wow, I'm stepping foot on a freaking track right now. Mind boggling. And thank you, I did survive this blizzard. It was interesting. So now Thursday, again, packed. The next day, I had my flight. Now my flight on the 20th? I don't remember. Oh, it was like really early in the morning actually. I think, wait, was it? I have to check. I think it was like, yes, it was. Okay. It was at 7. So I had to wake up like 4:30, start heading to the airport. And with the airport, my father, he also works really early in the morning, so it was him who dropped me off. Then I'm staying there, waiting a few minutes, hours to actually be departed and land until 10 o'clock a.m. hits. Now, we make it on time. The only thing is I'm waiting for my shuttle Uber that I took. After that, it's like 12:15, I think. So a little behind what we planned of my arrival time. Maybe it's like 12 on the dot, which was true, but then I was like driving over there, walking over there, especially walking over there in the rain. I don't think I've shared it on here just yet. I think I did actually now, where it's like editing my New York trip as a reality TV show. And that was crazy. So I basically walked in the rain. And after that, we end up eating really good, actually no. Okay, the thing I ordered, it was good. It was healthy, but not enough to like, oh, like after the airport, like, oh, this is such a good meal. It was more like, this is new and I was enjoyable. Not my favorite, but not the worst either. It was a Mediterranean dish. And then after that, yeah, then it was her show, blah blah blah. The next day she had a show again. We started walking. We started walking to Manhattan. She's like in a good area where it's like not everything's like too. Everything's not everything's everything is not too far away, which was good. And we went uptown, up West Side, New York. Then we went to Brooklyn, which was fun. No, it didn't actually. It didn't make my breath stink, or make people's breath stink. They had this yogurt, they call it, which is cucumber and like I think it is raw yogurt. I don't know. I don't remember because someone told me about it. But yes. And then what else? Then Sunday. This is where the blizzard comes. I think Saturday night is when it happened. No, Sunday. Sunday. If I'm not mistaken, I think. I don't remember. All my days are like combined because the amount of delays and cancellation for my trip to come back home was unreal. But yes, I ended up using the gym, her university gym, one of the days, which was pretty freaking cool. It wasn't as big, but still something to work my muscles. And then Monday, no school for me because my flight was canceled. And then Tuesday, no school for me because my flight was canceled. And then Wednesday, I made my way back home finally. I emailed my teachers because it was important and I didn't want to miss anything. Hold on, let me mute myself real quick. I'm gonna lock up my door. Hold on. Okay. Now, hold on, because I feel like my dad's gonna be like, why did you lock the door? But anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm gonna stay till like probably 30 minutes when it hits the 30-minute mark. Just because it's gonna be really short this live until my next live and my next schedule for the next month. So, that was Wednesday. I still said, hey, everybody, like, still do the run Wednesday while I'm not there. Not enough people wanted to show up, so they canceled it. So no runs for Wednesday for them. It was gonna be at a new park as well. Then Thursday, I didn't have any in-person class, so I did my class for online. And then today, oh wait, on Thursday, I did a little glute workout at home in my room with my kettlebell. And then Friday, a little bit today also. And then I went to the park today, which it was a new park, it was a new track with the track. It was nice. I did 2.0 miles, so 2 miles. I was gonna say 2.1, but I didn't. So 2 miles. Afterwards, it was only me and my other friend, so just two of us. And yeah, it was good. It was a good sweat. In my thoughts, in my head, in my opinion, it was a good sweat. I needed it. It felt nice. I did a good tempo for the track itself. I know I could go faster, but it was my first time ever going back on the track since a lot of years that has passed. And the track itself isn't the bouncy one for like actual like, going on meets and like doing track, the actual sport itself. It was more like concrete. So no wonder that one was like open track, but still good. And then tomorrow I'm going to do some dancing. Yes, do some dancing. I plan to do something like just a sport to try. I'm gonna see how that's gonna work because my mom has plans herself with her car, so we shall see. But yeah, has been my week. And now I'm opening some Olipop. Not sponsored, but this flavor is pretty good, I will say. I'm not gonna be I won't be heading to any state next. I don't know if I could live in New York. It was very great. Obviously, I'm a person who can adapt certain things, but I don't know. I really don't know that much. Blizzards over hurricane. I don't know. No salsa. Actually, I thought you were referring to salsa as in the food wise. There is included salsa, yes, for tomorrow. Possibly some hip hop a little bit. Actually, not hip hop. It's gonna be a little bit salsa, and then tomorrow it will be Hispanic music, but not salsa. It's more like you can say reggae music, reggaeton. Yeah, more of like the modern Hispanic music and lyrics, like rap. Like rap is R&B, and then there's rap as in like Hispanic rap. So like dembow, reggaeton. Let's see. No, it's just gonna be a dance. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see once it happens. Again, I don't really like saying much until like it actually happens. Another poetry. Like I said, it's gonna be when I feel grounded again and like have like my thoughts to myself like completely to then like create another poetry. I did make one a few months ago now, last term. Now I just never published it, or like what I mean by publish is there's a certain thing on my campus where you're able to like turn in a literary thing you want to see if you'll make it in their book, and if you do, it'll be kind of cool. It'll be cool. So I started that one was gonna be more about like the age gap between an eldest with siblings. So I have it written, I just don't have it finalized because I want to make it like pretty cool. So yeah, best part of the week. Ooh, let's see if I can look back to last week because I didn't like really say much last time. I'll say definitely Valentine's Day. When I went to that Palm Beach Music Festival, oh my gosh, I loved it. I had so much joy going there. Now, this week, the week I was in New York, let's see. Interesting. I might have to say, I don't know, I feel like, ooh, wait. Okay, I have to say two. So the last day I was there, which was Tuesday night, we did go out to eat, and we stopped at this Indian cuisine restaurant. Amazing. Really good. It felt comforting. Like, I didn't feel too over full after I ate what I ordered, which was goat biryani? Goat curry, I mean. Really good. I will say the ginger though, eating it, you have to be careful when eating it. But it was so good itself. And the garlic naan bread was so amazing. So good. So good. So good. Dipping it in the curry. So good. And let's see. And before that, I'll say the other restaurant we had went, I did go in the snow, so it was pretty cool. I say the other best thing of the week that just happened, that just passed, is I think Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Or Sunday. I think it was no, because Sunday was the thing. I think it was Monday. I don't remember, all my days are confused. But I ordered a honey lavender latte. Amazing. So good. And that night I ordered to eat a smoked lamb, like actual lamb, not lamb chops, not pork, an actual lamb with mashed potato. And the mashed potato was cooked really nice. And it was topped, the lamb was topped with mushroom and whatever sauce they used. So good. So good, so good, so good. But the honey lavender latte, like, topped it. Like, for $8, it was amazing. It was amazing. This is just live, not really much of like a reality TV show. With naan bread. But yes. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be the last question because I already passed 30 minutes. But worst part of the week was the blizzard. No, I would actually say no, it wasn't. I think it was just kind of like us being on a different page of like walking quickly. That's what I'll say, quickly. That's what I'll say. And I am an early bird, so there's some days where I wanted to like watch the sunrise. There was only like one thing that didn't happen, that didn't go to plan, which was going to a jazz club, which I was excited about. But things happen, things change, so it's all good. The next time I'll probably go to New York. I don't know where, when yet. Don't word me on this, but word me on I do want to at least try to go to New York another time. It was cool going there and just experiencing somewhere like by myself. Obviously with company, but meaning like traveling to with myself. And cool, really cool. Not anything at the moment, but the day before I do plan on going somewhere, a little spa day for myself the day before my birthday, and it's gonna be rewarding and relaxing and soothing. But that's what's ahead of me for B-day plans. But yes, so 30 minutes is up. I will catch you guys in my next live. I will make my March calendar when I go live, and I will publish it when I have it all figured out. But yes, thank you guys for joining this live. I know last live was not fast. It was fast, and when I was on there for a good few minutes, yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was me coming back from my trip, and I will see you guys in my next live. Bye.